at work?
Yeah, always been glad to be back here in Buffalo and you know, starting to put the puzzle together. It's gonna be a very competitive camp. Probably and I know it sounds cliche, but I'm telling you, you know, you get close, you get hungrier, and you know we were 3 goals away, and you know it eats away at you, and you go over stuff, but. So we've put together a roster, a training camp roster for competition, and who's going to be able to survive it. That's the biggest thing.
It was a short summer, Troy, in terms of days, but was it a long one in terms of what happened in June with Saskatchewan?
Yeah, you know, we can be proud of the achievement of getting there and you know finally winning the East, but I mean that's not why we do this, right? And you know, and it was the way it ended in game 2, where we had an opportunity to win the game and lost it on that opportunity. You know, it's been long, but you know, it's starting at ground zero again.
You return a lot of you said there's going to be a lot of competition, but you're returning a good core of the team that went that far last year. Where do you see the competition arising on this roster?
Everywhere, right? You know, when you start a season, you want the best players. It doesn't matter if they've played here last year or not, or they've played in the league for 10 years, right? It's competition, and you know our job as the coaching staff and management staff is to put the best team on the floor, and you know, we know we have from guys from last year, and but you know I know Steve has done a remarkable job of scouting and drafting and trading and doing things like that. So, you know, he's putting the numbers on the floor and making the competition, making our team better. So he's going to be better.
Besides the usual, can't wait to see the draft choices and maybe a couple other new faces play, do you have questions in your mind that you're looking forward to seeing the answers revealed in training camp? Is there things you have to find out before day 1 or
right.
game 1?
You're right, and we actually we had a coaches meeting this morning. We've talked about it actually throughout the summer and that, where you know areas that we believe we need to improve on, and you know we always look at the guys and what does this guy do and what does this guy do and how can he help our team and that. But you get the answers in training camp and you get the answers in the games. Like, you know, I'm huge in game activity where you see guys lax IQ, right? They can look phenomenal in practice, but when it comes to the game, that's the important part. And you know, these guys are going to have 3 opportunities. We've got an inter-squad game tomorrow, and then 2 games next week. So, you know, we'll see. We'll get some answers.
I know everybody's going through their physicals, but is everybody healthy coming out of the summer league and everything? I know Dane missed some time with Six Nations after the playoffs.
Yeah, everybody is healthy. We don't have any injuries whatsoever. Not that I know of,
right.
Anyways.
Sure.
You know, I mean, the doctors could find something, but anyways, so we're right now everybody's healthy and ready to go.
Brad Self might be your most intriguing addition from last year, a rare veteran to come in. Looking forward to seeing him on the roster and seeing what he can do. And I mean, you've been watching him for 10 years, obviously.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, the thing that I like about Brad Self the most is he is all about team. He knows how to win. He is in phenomenal shape. Takes care of himself. You know, and having another guy like that in our room helps the cause.
17-2 this year for rosters. You get an extra guy to play with. I know I've heard you and other coaches say that 16-2 was a little tight, especially when you get an injury or a penalty. You're pretty short-handed. Every little bit help, I guess.
Yeah, I'm glad that the league and the people that are involved and everybody, you know, had a say in it, and you know, it'll make our game a lot better. You know, selfishly, I would have liked to see 18-2. That you know, when we were 18-2, our game was so fast, but 17-2 is a step in that direction anyhow, and it will help out. You know, I mean, it's probably the coaches that complain the most about it, just for the fact that you know you do have injuries. Guys get tired. The first and third quarter, the pace is unbelievable, and then second and fourth kind of tail off, but having that extra guy is going to help our game only, and it's just going to make our product a lot better.
With Jay's departure, do you have someone in mind to take over the face-off role, or is that something that's up for competition here?
It's up for competition. It is, you know, and guys that we lost over the summer, it's tough pills to swallow, but it's a business, and you know, they're good guys, right? And you know, even though you coach and you become close to some of those guys, and because of what they do for the team, and just good people, and those are tough things to go through.
Yeah, Chad and Jay are two guys who were really hardworking guys that didn't get a lot of the credit, but
You're exactly right, and they were the prototypical Buffalo Bandit players. They were.
good.
Thanks,
Right.
Coach.